Hi, welcome to the Calsoft podcast series. This is your host Mark Rodrigues. With me today I have Jayant Ahirao, who's going to be talking about product development the behavior driven way. Welcome Jayant.
Hey, hi Mark.
It's good to have you on the show.
Thanks.
Jayant is a senior software engineer who comes with an experience in developing back-end frameworks. He has been instrumental in designing product architecture as per project and business case needs, which enables him to deliver world-class quality products for us here at Calsoft. So to jump right into the podcast, Jayant, tell us the ways of development and how that has evolved over the years.
Usually what happens, what were happening in product development, we used to work phase-wise, like a phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. So in phase 1, business analyst actually working with a customer to analyze the requirement and then phrasing it itself. Then again it is going to pass that requirement to the developer so that he can write it down, the code for that requirements, and once it is done, then tester will do the testing on that one. So something happen in testing phase. If you have found a major bug or in found there's some problem in feature, then again we have to go back to the phase 1. So our time is wasting over here. So this is the traditional approach we were following in product development previously.
And how has that changed?
So right now, as we know that we are working with the Agile. So in Agile we use behavior driven development, which we technically call as a BDD in our technical circle. So in BDD we use the examples at multiple level to create a shared understanding and ensure to build a software that matters.
Okay, tell us a little more about BDD in detail.
So as we know that in product development we require a 3-person or three teams, like a development team, testing and the business analyst. So in BDD what usually happens, these 3 people sit together with the product owner or the respective stakeholders to understand what this product is all about.
Correct.
So what they do, they analyze the product, they finalize what features I can have for this. Actually they decide first the business goal. What is my business goal for this product? So on that business goal, to achieve that business goal, they actually write a feature for that product.
Right.
So what feature I do need to achieve my business goal? On that feature, as we have just written a feature, then definitely there has to be some test cases, use cases, or we can say scenarios for that. So we can actually write down the scenarios for this product and then start working on the development side. Right now developer, tester and the business analyst are on the same page. Developer knows what code I need to write to achieve that scenario, to achieve that feature. And tester also know that what code he is going to deliver and what output should I expect when I execute that scenario on that particular code.
Correct.
So everybody understands the shared understanding. So everybody is trying to develop a good product in BDD.
Okay, so as you know, technology is like a double-edged sword. There are going to be pros and cons to everything. Walk us through the pros and cons of this.
So I will talk about the advantage first over here. We are building a software. We are building a right software, and we are building a software right in a one go, because everybody knows what my product is all about. So we are not going again going forward and again coming back to revisit my feature, because everybody knows what my what requirement I do have. So in a one go I am achieving my product, and I am ensuring my product quality as well.
Correct.
As well as we are writing down these test cases, use cases or scenarios for my product. So this can be used as a documentation. So this is the living documentation for my product. As I mentioned, it's a shared understanding between all these 3. Correct. So no one is going to misunderstand or no one is going to interpret as their way about that product. And we were having a high probability of acceptance criteria to be been met well before we actually develop our code. So these are the advantages of BDD. So I can think of a disadvantage is like that the BDD is not flexible enough to add while product is under development. That means we have completed our requirement and then we are writing a code. In that way, if we introduce our BDD, it will not helpful for our product development.
Correct.
So if we start at the starting point, we can bring our BDD approach at the starting point of our product development. It will be very much helpful to deliver software in a right way, in a good quality.
Okay, so you're saying BDD has its very major benefits, but only if we start it at the start of the project.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. What are the typical use cases for this?
So typical use cases is like that when we are trying to introduce a new feature in my product, or altogether I'm writing my product from scratch. So in that case, I know what my product is going to do, or what my feature is going to do. So we can understand this feature or my product at the very start. So
Right.
this approach will be very good if we introduce at the when my product is starting or my feature I'm going to write.
Okay, and what are scenarios and how do you write them?
Scenarios, I will explain in that way. We do have a business goal for every product,
Yeah.
as we know that.
Yeah.
So to achieve that business goal, we have to write some feature, we have to introduce something in my product to get that business goal. But feature is just a one word.
Yeah.
So to support my features, I have to write a use cases. I have to write scenarios, what my feature is going to behave to achieve that business goal. So I will take an example. Suppose let's take an SMB. It's the one protocol which is supported by storage. So in this SMB protocol, or we can just call it as a feature in behavior BDD way. So in which suppose I want to give a scenario like that. I want to map this SMB with Windows client, but my version should be 2.0.
Okay.
It should not be 3.2. This is the one use case. This is the one scenario. Then I can have multiple scenarios like this. I just want to map a SMB share with Windows 2008 R2, not with the Windows 2012 R2.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it?
Correct.
So these are my scenarios which I am writing to achieve my business goal.
Okay. And feature file?
The feature file is the file which will consist of multiple scenarios.
Okay.
So as I just mentioned in previously,
Yeah.
like we can have a different protocols. So suppose let's take an example like a software defined storage.
Mhm.
So my product owner said we are going to write a software defined storage in which we are going to support NFS, SMB, ISCSI, FC and all this thing, and we will treat them as a feature.
Mm-hmm.
So in that feature we will be writing a different scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and one scenario. So all this scenario will be written in a one file.
Okay.
Okay, so that will be called as feature file.
Okay.
Again, so how to write a feature file? There is a way to write a scenarios.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can write the scenarios in a given, when, and then format.
Mm-hmm.
So which complies to a Gherkin language. So in which what we have to do here. So given. So in my given is my storage has to be there. Like
Correct.
given software defined storage.
Correct.
So this is the precondition which I need to run that scenario.
Mm-hmm.
In when I'm going to write like that, when I create an NFS share,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm putting some condition, I'm trying to do something here.
Mm-hmm.
In then I'm expecting some output on the basis of what I have written in when. So in then what I will expect, then I should able to see a NFS share on my storage. So this is in this way we are going to write my scenarios, and these scenarios will be written in a feature files. So we can have multiple scenarios. There could be 10, 100 scenarios per feature. So we can have multiple scenarios and multiple feature files.
Understood. Understood. Jayant, what are anti-patterns?
That's a very good question, Mark. So just a few of the anti-patterns are striking my mind right now. So in BDD, as I mentioned, it's a shared understanding. But what happens if business analyst, he does not involve at all the developer and tester while he is writing a scenarios, isn't it? So developer and tester, they are not knowing what actually he has thought while writing a scenario. So they might be developing something different what he has thought, isn't it? The second one approach I can think, my developer has written a code, but tester is writing scenarios after my code is freezed. So in that case, there might be a chance that my code will fail because developer has written that code in a one way and tester is expecting in another way. So this is the one anti-pattern, and there could be a anti-pattern is like this. I'm writing scenarios which are irrelevant to my product.
Yeah.
And I'm wasting my time to writing that scenarios. Why
Yeah.
should I waste?
Yeah.
If I want to ensure my product quality and product use cases, then I should be stick with the customer point of view or my product owner's point of view scenarios, so that which will help my making software right.
Okay.
So I can make a right software over here.
Okay.
So these are the anti-patterns I can think of for this BDD.
Okay. Going back to another question that I asked you in the past, you said that BDD can be used only when we are at the starting of a product development. What about products that are at their end of the life, or product re-engineering? Can you use BDD at that time where you already have a live product but you're re-engineering it?
We can say it can be there, If
Okay.
you are altogether re-engineering it, or you are trying to introduce a new feature in that, so in that case you can use a BDD. But your product is already developed, and in that case your code is phrased. So you have to write the scenarios as per the what code has written. But if you are writing a new feature, if you are introducing something new in your product, then definitely BDD will help you in that.
Okay, brilliant. What I understand is BDD is relatively new, even in the agile form of development, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Why Calsoft?
Okay, so in Calsoft, we are familiar with this behavior-driven development approach. So it helped a lot while delivering our projects. We are delivering our products while designing it. So it was a very more efficient way to make our product better. So it increased our efficiency while delivering the code, while delivering the product. Helped a lot to have a shared understanding between all people who are involved in that project, and we have the acceptance criteria at the very start. So we achieve we have a high probability of acceptance criteria being made while using this BDD approach while doing a product development.
Okay, so you are saying that there have been certain tangible elements that have come out of using the BDD approach with regards to timelines and quality.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
Okay, understood. Jen, tell us what is the future of BDD? What do we expect to see in the next few years?
So in next few years, I can see that BDD could be very popular. We can say, because it's in terms of product developments, in terms of my product quality, it's a very good approach. So that I'm ensuring everybody, or I'm ensuring my entire team, or even a product owner as well, that what we are making here is a good product quality.
Okay.
And we are on the same page.
Okay.
So no one is misconceptually doing different what we are thinking while gathering the requirement.
Okay. So you're saying this could be the most common form of development in the next few years?
Absolutely. That's correct.
Okay. And is BDD perfect, or do you think there could be any enhancements to it?
As I say that, I don't think so. Do we have an enhancement right now? But definitely in upcoming future, we might find a enhancement for this. So as per in current stream, we are having a very stable, or we have a very good approach while product development.
Okay, perfect. So that ends our podcast for today. It was great having you on the show, Jayan. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks, Mark.
If you have any feedback for us, you can write to us at marketing@calsoftinc.com. That email address again is marketing@calsoftinc.com. Goodbye and have a great day.